Once upon a time, in a village, lived a virtuous 6-year-old girl named Ayesha. She was favored by Allah with beauty, and she was a devout 5-time prayer and obedient to her parents. Her family lived in a mountainous area, and she often went with her friends to explore the hills. One day, they went deeper into the forest than usual. As the sun grew hotter, they decided to rest under a tree's shade until the heat subsided. A colorful butterfly caught Ayesha's attention, and she followed it, leaving her friends behind. Ayesha suddenly found herself lost, scared, and encountered a long-haired, beautiful girl who introduced herself as Fatima, a Muslim fairy. Fatima offered friendship, warning Ayesha of dangerous jinn and demons in the area. Fatima advised Ayesha not to return to the forest and instead promised to visit her near her home. Ayesha hesitated due to fear but finally agreed to be friends. However, a malicious jinn was listening and planned to capture Ayesha. The jinn attacked, but Fatima defended Ayesha. Fatima hit jinn and said to Ayesha, Run Ayesha, I will stop her." Ayesha ran away and hid behind a tree. She was very nervous. She did not understand anything, but she remembers what her parents said, that one should not panic in difficult times. Then she remembers the Azan and Ayatul Kursi that her parents taught her. She then runs back to save Fatima, and Fatima is lying injured on the fairy land. Fatima quickly starts the adhan in a loud voice. Then Ayesha started reciting Azan and Ayatul Kursi. The jinn trembled at the recitation and fled. And when he hears the terrible call to prayer, jinn begins to shout loudly, "What is this? Stop it!" But Ayesha does not stop, and jinn begins to tremble. As soon as the call to prayer ends, Ayesha begins reciting Ayatul Kursi, which disappears in a few moments as it falls to the ground. Ayesha's friends arrived just as she finished reciting, and they witnessed the jinn's fear. Fatima revealed her true form to Ayesha's friends and thanked them for saving Ayesha. She promised to visit Ayesha regularly, and they bid farewell. Importance of not succumbing to fear during difficult times. When facing jinn or demons, Muslims should recite the adhan and Ayatul Kursi for protection. Once upon a time, it was mentioned that in a village, spreading false rumors was quite popular. Fake stories and fabricated tales were crafted to scare people by creating fake ghosts and haunted houses. However, in this village, there also lived a kind and responsible girl named Zainab. She often had her friends over to her house to play. On one occasion, one of her friends told her an unusual and spooky story, saying, "Today we heard a strange rumor, Zainab." Curious, Zainab asked, "What rumor have you heard now?" Her friend replied, "We heard a new rumor today, that there are witches and ghosts inhabiting the graveyard, and anyone who goes there is attacked." Zainab responded, "Come on, don't tell lies. It's not true. I don't believe in such things. You're just trying to scare me. My father is a Quranic scholar, and he has informed me that the graveyard is the safest place. It is beyond the power of witches and spirits to enter the graveyard. So, don't indulge in such pointless talks, speak of good things, or else, let's play." Zainab's father then enrolled her in a school where she began to learn the Quran along with its interpretation. At the age of 7, she became a Hafiz of the Quran with a complete understanding of its interpretation. Her heart was enlightened by faith and the Quran. She learned the real truth about the graveyard, and it became clear to her that it was a place of safety and serenity. And then she began her efforts to act upon and bring this to the attention of the world, that false rumors were being spread in our society. She believed that it was necessary to unveil this secret. It's all lies. Recently, she had lost her grandmother, and she intended to visit her grandmother's grave to offer prayers. One night, she made up her mind that she would definitely go to her grandmother's grave alone. She left her parents sleeping at home because she had trust in Allah and faith in the Quran. So, that night, she ventured out, encountering numerous challenges along the way. However, she was a courageous Muslim girl, and she persevered through various trials. Then, a cat suddenly appeared behind her. She had read that such creatures could take on the form of animals. She recited Ayat al-Kursi and continued her journey. As she entered the graveyard, profound calm settled in the surroundings. The cat, having tried to follow her, halted near the entrance, for it could not enter the cemetery. Zainab started reciting Ayat al-Kursi again, and the cat retreated. With no fear or trepidation, she stayed there for 2 hours, continuously reciting the Quran on her grandmother's grave. Afterward, she returned home safely. She was a little anxious, but knew there was nothing to fear. However, her faith in the Quran made her believe that the Quran was her greatest protector. She trusted that the Quran would lead her to success in her mission. She informed her parents and friends about the entire incident. This incident spread throughout the entire village, dispelling all fear, as everyone realized that what they had seen was completely false. Remember, what is shown to us is entirely untrue. It has no connection to reality. We should investigate and not blindly believe. We should research what our religion and the Quran say. Today, I bring you a very interesting story that involves a very greedy man character, a benevolent Blue Jinn, and a righteous servant of Allah living in a jungle. Let's take a look. However, I request you to please subscribe to the channel. The daughter of this greedy person is very worried. Because the conditions of the house are not good, she also prays,
"O Allah, guide my father to do something good, so that the conditions of the house will be good."
What should I do? I'm not understanding anything, and I can't find any work. Well, let's go for a short walk in the jungle to relax a bit. Maybe I'll find some peace of mind there.
Then he sees the box, picks it up and starts running. But his footprints remain.
What should I do? I don't understand anything. Hey, what's that? There's a box under a tree. I should take it. Maybe there's something valuable in it.
Then what happened? When Blue Jinn sees that his box is missing, he gets very angry and says,
"Hey, where's my box? Looks like someone's doing something stupid."
And then the Blue Jinn changes his form, so that the human doesn't get scared, and starts running after his footprints.
I'll have to change my look or he'll be scared.
That greedy man stops by a good man near a hut and says, then the Blue Jinn sits down, and says to this man,
"Oh, evil person, return my box. This box is mine."
Then the Blue Jinn asks the good man for justice.
"O servant of Allah, if you do not do justice, I will take account of it from you in the hereafter. I hope you will do justice."
And the good man of God responds with great gentleness,
"I know. You are Blue Jinn. I cannot leave justice. I also know that where justice ends, nations perish, and there is no one who can prevent the punishment of Allah from coming."
Then the Blue Jinn gives justice to him and returns the box to him. Then the Jinn wants to give it as a gift to the back man, but the good man says, "I have done justice only for the pleasure of Allah, not for any greedy. The man says, then the Blue Jinn says to him, "I will give you this gift, but on one condition, you will start your business with this gold and not waste it, so that the conditions of your house will be good." Then that greedy person becomes a good person. I promise to stop doing all the wrong things from now. From this story, we get a lesson that never leave the justice. And greed is a very bad cult that does not leave anywhere. And it is better to earn with your hard work than to steal someone's rightful earnings. Stop, my friend wants to say something. Listen to. If you like the video, you must like, share and subscribe so that you can see more interesting moral stories. Thank you. It is mentioned once that two fairies were named Aman and Neelam. Once she went for a walk in the sky, she was flying. That suddenly Aman's eyes fell on a shining stone. And he said, "Sapphire. Sapphire, look how bright that stone is. I have to go there." Neelam looked at the place carefully and said, "No, we can't go there." Aman asked, "Why can't go there?" Neelam said, "Because our parents have forbidden us to go there. And we cannot disobey them." Aman said, "It is fine. Hey, look at how lovely the flowers of faith are, walk there." Neelam says, "Yes, let's go." Aman says. Neelam is looking at the flower and smelling its fragrance, and Aman takes advantage of this opportunity and rushes to the shining stone. As soon as she touched this stone, light would come out of the stone and faith would disappear. Due to the light, Neelam's sight is visible, but by then Aman would have disappeared. "Oh, what did you do, Aman? You shouldn't have done that. Now, what will I tell Mom and Dad that Neelam and Yupa said?" "Where did Aman go?" When the light went out, Aman was surprised because she was in a very strange place where it was dark. Where did it come from? Iman started running around and trying to find a way out. But she did not find any way and she started crying because of worry. Suddenly another fairy came there and said, "Don't cry. Inshallah, we will definitely get out of here." This fairy said. Iman looked at him and said, "Who are you and which place is this?" "My name is Chaman Peri, and this is a place from which no one can leave." "What do you mean?" Iman asked. Chaman smiled and said, "Didn't your parents tell you anything?" Iman replied. Then Chaman said that a witch has cast a spell here and no one has been able to break this spell till today. "What do you mean?" said Iman. "Neelam came here. Where is Iman?" Neelam's mother asked. "Assalamu alaikum Mummy Jan. Iman will stay with her friend tonight as it is her friend's birthday today. She met us on the way and took Iman with her." Neelam replied. Neelam's mother said, "Peace be upon you, it's fine, go, rest, I'll bring food." "It's okay, mother," Neelam said. Chaman Fairy started telling Iman that this story was 15 years ago. Then we fairies and witches were very good friends. Once the queen was talking to her sister, one of the witches named Fitna overheard the queen's words. And the queen and her sister were talking about this shining stone, that this stone is very special, we have inherited it, we can do anything with it, we can rule the whole world with it. Then the queen's sister asked how you came to know about it. So the queen replied, "It is written about it in this book, but this should not be known to any third party." Said the queen's sister, "Yes, the queen will take care of this." Then Fitna went and told all the witches about this, but they did not tell the book, they wanted to misuse the shining stone. So we stopped them from abusing it, so that's how the fight started between us, and then when we won. So these witches had to be defeated, but Fitna did not like to be defeated. So he stole that book in the queen's absence, and cast a spell on this shining stone, and from then till today no one could go out from here. Neelam's mother asked Neelam, "Neelam, Iman should have come now, it is already afternoon, but evening, has she told you when she will come back? Or do you know something?" That Neelam, said his mother, interrupting. "What? Look at me. I can tell from your tone that you are hiding something from me. That mother is actually Aman, and Neelam has told her mother everything. Neelam's mother said, "Oh my God, no one has returned from there till today. Don't go now, and don't even tell Papa I'm going." Neelam said. One thing comes to Aman's heart. She says, "Chaman Peri, if both of us cannot break this spell, Neelam can break it." After finding this book, I try to contact Neelam. Chaman, yes, okay. What happened, Aman? Are you okay? Chaman said. I was contacting Neelam, but it was not happening. Aman replied. Don't give up, I also help you. Neelam goes so late. As soon as she comes, she gets the signal and starts looking for the book. After much effort, she presses a button and a cave appears. She goes inside the cave where Fitna sleeps. Neelam doesn't understand what to do. She quietly takes the book, dispels the spell, and they are both free. Chaman and Aman embrace each other, and she tears the book, and due to this the temptation also ends. The lesson learned from this story is, we should not disobey our parents and not give up in the face of adversity. Wait, if you think I'm a good fairy, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thank you.